I'm Lily. I'm 37 years old. I'm a mom working the night shift as a cashier in a small shop hidden on the outskirts of our small town. This is a quaint place, located between quiet streets and twinkling street lights. I work nights to spend more time with my beloved family. I have a husband and 4 children. In fact, the work is not very difficult. I need to control the supply of goods, sell goods to people, and keep the store clean. I have health problems due to lack of sleep. I often have a headache, but I tolerate that everything is fine with my children. I love them very much and try to make their life better. When I'm going to work, I always take a couple of favorite books to read in my free time. When night falls, the number of customers decreases significantly and I have the right to get a book and enjoy it. I really liked detective stories and I spend all my free time reading books. Very often drunk people came into the store. The store itself was located at the end of the city and people came to me at night to buy alcohol.
Good evening, woman. I need to buy this bottle of wine urgently. I can deposit the money later.
Young man, first of all, show your passport. I don't believe you're an adult. And secondly, first pay for the purchase, and then I will give you alcohol. The young man stood for a while longer, then said a few bad words in the direction of Lily, slammed the door loudly, and left. Sitting at work, I often thought about my husband. His name was James. I loved him very much because he worked hard on his garbage truck to provide for our family. He had no higher education and had to work in various low-paid jobs. But I believed in him and knew that everything would be fine. Despite the physical exertion and often exhausting nature of his work, he never complained. His dedication to our family and his unwavering love is something I deeply cherish. Early in the morning, before sunrise, James is already out on the streets, making sure that our city remains clean and presentable. He is a man of few words, but his actions speak volumes. He comes home tired, but still finds time to help with the housework and check on our children before going to bed.
Hi, Lily. I'm home. Terribly tired and hungry.
James smiled when he came home. Hello, dear. I really missed you. Look, there's food in the fridge. I made you meatballs and mashed potatoes. I'm late for work. It's the night shift again today, I said, hurriedly getting dressed.
Okay, I get it. Where are our children?
James asked in surprise. My daughters are playing with toys on the second floor, and Mark has gone for a walk with his company again and skipped school again, I exclaimed indignantly.
That scoundrel. It looks like my conversation with him was useless. I hope nothing happens to him.
James muttered and went into the kitchen to have dinner. Our youngest son, Mark, has been behaving abominably lately, stopped attending school, started walking with bad company late at night. Jameson and I tried to talk to him, but to no avail. He laughs at us and doesn't listen to us. I have too much work to do and I can't give Mark more time. I worry a lot about this, but I can't do anything. We have always had high hopes for our children, especially our eldest son David. He showed great hopes and ambitions, aspiring to become a banker. We encouraged his dreams, knowing that with hard work and dedication, he can achieve everything he aspires to. David's dedication to his studies is a source of pride for us, and we look forward to the day when he finishes his studies and leaves his mark on the world. Our younger daughters are our rays of sunshine, full of potential and promise. We are saving every penny we can so that they will have the opportunity to get a higher education when the time comes. It is a sacrifice, but we are happy to make it in order to provide them with a bright future. James and I have a common dream, to see our children succeed, freed from the financial constraints that bound us. Our youngest son Mark was once a bright and energetic boy, full of potential and dreams. However, as he got older, he began to slide down a difficult path. He got into the wrong company, and his actions began to reflect the influence of his dubious friends. Mark's choice began to worry us. He was coming home late, and we noticed changes in his behavior, reserved, secretive, and often evasive when we tried to talk to him. We knew something was wrong, but breaking through its walls was not an easy task. One day the news reached us that Mark had quarreled with his friend, which led to a significant loss of money. This event seemed to have plunged him into despair, and he felt that he was being pressured to repay his debt. The company he was in clearly had a detrimental effect on his judgment and actions. It was painful for us to see our son struggling and making the wrong decisions. We knew we had to find a way to help him before he found himself in a situation from which he could not recover. We tried to talk to him, give him advice and remind him that his family would always be there for support, but he was trapped in a vicious circle from which it seemed impossible to escape. After entering the house, Mark tried to go straight to his room, but my husband blocked his way.
Mark, I can see you're in trouble. Let's sit in the living room and discuss everything in a calm atmosphere. Dad, you won't understand me. I'm all good. Let me go to my room.
James didn't insist on this conversation because he wanted to give Mark freedom. He loved him, so he didn't want to put moral pressure on him.
All right, son. If anything, contact us right away. We can help you get out of any situation. Okay, Dad, but I repeat, I'm doing great.
Mark took off his shoes and quickly went to his room. Putting on headphones, he lay down on the bed and lay there for a long time. It was incredibly painful for us, parents, to watch our child move away from the values that we instilled in him. We hoped and prayed that he would find the strength to turn away from this destructive path and return to the young man we knew he could become. We clung to this hope, never giving up on our son, even when everything seemed bleak. In the depths of despair, Mark made a fateful decision that changed the course of our family's life forever. The need to repay his friend was huge, and he saw no other way out. One fateful night, when the moon flooded the city with a gloomy glow, Mark's despair reached its peak. He plucked up the courage to break into our house, unaware that we had installed a hidden camera to protect our family. With a heavy heart and trembling hands, he took the money that we had carefully saved, believing that this was his only way to pay off his debts and escape from the clutches of his so-called friend. Our hearts were shattered when we discovered the missing money the next morning. It was a significant sum, the culmination of many years of saving for the sake of our children's future.
I can't believe Mark did this. How could he? He claimed a few days ago that everything was fine with him.
Honey, I'm shocked too. But this is our son.
So what? I love him too, but he has to be responsible for his actions. I want to call the police. I'm already tired of this.
James, you don't have to do this. I understand he stole all our savings, but I love him and I'm sure he'll change for the better. We experienced a mixture of emotions, anger, betrayal, and overwhelming sadness because our own son decided to steal from his own family. Mark had no idea that our love for him was stronger than any material loss, and we were determined to find a way to help him see the fallacy of his actions. It was with a heavy heart that we knew we had to tell Mark what we had discovered. We asked him to meet us in a neutral place, in a nearby park, which kept pleasant memories from his childhood. Mark arrived, a mixture of fear and remorse on his face, betraying the burden he was carrying. Hi, Mark. Do you want to tell us something? Sitting on a bench under an old oak tree, we started a difficult conversation. Mark's eyes were swollen with tears, and he hesitated, hardly choosing his words. The weight of guilt fell on him, the reality of his actions fell on him like an inexorable tide. You know we love you, Mark, I began softly, trying to give a glimmer of hope amid the darkness. We watched the footage and saw what happened last night. Tears welled up in Mark's eyes as he nodded, unable to contain his emotions any longer.
I'm so sorry, Mom, Dad. I messed up everything, and I don't know how to fix it.
James spoke softly, his voice was like a balm to the soul.
We're here to help you, son. We understand that you are in a difficult situation, but stealing from your family is never the solution to the problem. We'll find a way to deal with this together. I'm sorry, I should have told you about it right away. I am under a lot of pressure from my ex-friend because of a large amount of money. I didn't know what to do. I am very ashamed.
We hugged Mark, assuring him that we love him unconditionally and believe in his ability to make amends. We have clear hopes that he will move forward, restore trust, return to school, and get rid of harmful influence. In the weeks following our heartfelt conversation with Mark, our family went through a process of healing and recovery. Mark fulfilled his promise. The next day, Mark returned to school and continued his studies. He broke off all relations with that company. My husband and I decided to close Mark's debt and forget about this situation. Mark now spent most of his time at home studying for exams. Jason and I were very happy about this and went to work with a calm soul. Time passed, and our eldest son David was nearing the end of his studies at the university. Years of hard work, dedication, and our unwavering support were about to end with an important milestone for our family. David has always shown exceptional aptitude for finance and economics. His dream of becoming a banker was on the verge of becoming a reality. We watched him spend countless hours studying, fueled by the hope of a better future for himself and for us. It was graduation day, a day filled with emotions, and we were beaming with pride as David walked across the stage to receive his diploma. It was a significant event, a confirmation of his dedication and the beginning of a promising career. David wasted no time getting a job at a reputable financial institution. His hard work paid off, and he quickly climbed the professional ladder. After becoming a banker, he achieved success and stability and wholeheartedly assumed the responsibility of providing for our family. His achievements became a source of inspiration for Mark, who saw firsthand the transformative power of determination and perseverance. David's success demonstrated the opportunities that awaited those who followed their dreams with unwavering determination.
Our David continues to amaze us. He just sent me a large amount of money. We will be able to close our debts.
I believed in him all the time. It's not for nothing that he spent so much time studying. With David's help, we began to rebuild our savings, striving to ensure a bright future for our family, especially for our younger daughters. How do you like this story? Write your opinion in the comments. I will be glad to read it. And also, subscribe to the channel. Love you.